Welcome to our 5 on 5. I'm pleased to be joined today by my boss, NBC5 General Manager and Vice President Bob Wise. We have a lot to cover today, Bob, about the future here at NBC5, but I want to start by actually looking back. You have roughly 60 or so staff members in this Medford station. How did that change COVID-19 operations?
Wow, it's what an extraordinary time for our company and almost every company in this world over the past several months. First of all, the fact that you and your team were able to put out 5.5 hours of news every day is truly amazing, and certainly the quality of that work speaks for itself. But I think Zoom will be a part of our life forever now, and the one thing we did learn from that is it gives us more content to work with inside our newscast, being able to utilize that technology. And overall, keeping our staff safe as we possibly could through this, making sure that we were following the protocols that the CDC and the governor was asking for throughout this process has been a learning experience for everybody. But, certainly it caused a little bit of change on how we do business. We even started a franchise piece called Open for Business because some people were going through that transitional phase. And that's been an asset for us. I think we've interviewed somewhere like 24 clients thus far with that program. It's just trying to figure out new ways that we can help our advertisers get exposure and let them know that they are indeed open for business.
I know, obviously, as crazy as things have been the last 14, 15 months, the next 6 to 8 months are going to be really busy on air, starting with the Olympics in exactly 22 days, but who's counting? Can you give us a rundown of all the things happening on NBC5's air?
I'm very happy you laid out that countdown for us. Man, could I sell a sponsorship to you saying that?
It's probably not too late.
We are very excited to have the Summer Olympics from Tokyo starting in 22 days, as you said. And the beauty of what this will mean, not only for our viewers here, but for our country, to root for these athletes that had to wait an additional year. Can you imagine to prepare your entire life for an event and it get pushed back a year? And so to have to continue those efforts to train and be ready for an event like that. Then we're very fortunate that that'll lead right into the NFL season, which is, Sunday Night Football is the #1 show on TV. The kickoff game happens to be Tampa Bay versus Dallas, so that's a great kickoff game. But it just gets better because then getting into fourth quarter and the programming like the Chicago shows on Wednesday night, The Voice, leading into the Winter Olympics in February, which this has never happened with us before, but the second weekend of the Winter Olympics, we will have Super Bowl 56 on February 13th. So yes, Craig, for the next 8 months, we better not screw this up. It's going to be a fun time here at KOBI.
A lot of Olympics, as you said, never been done before. We're going to take a quick break. We'll have much more with Bob in a moment. Stay with us. Welcome back to our 5 on 5. We're going to be joined today by NBC5 General Manager and Vice President Bob Wise. We spent the first part of the interview talking about the Olympics and all the crazy things that are happening over the next 6 or 8 months. Bob, we were talking before about COVID and how that's changed all of our lives, including the station. What about In This Together? This is a campaign that I know is near and dear to your heart. How has that changed?
First of all, I'm thrilled that all our sponsors are joining us for another year of that effort. Could not be more proud of Blakely McHugh for being the spokesperson for In This Together and reminding people that there's always someone to talk to if you're going through a troubling time. COVID certainly added to whatever troubling time someone might be going through. We are just trying to fill that void for people and let them understand that there is compassionate people that will listen to them. That I'm fascinated at how much I've learned about what law enforcement and first responders are capable of in instances when people are going through a terrible time. But I'm excited that we're going to continue this messaging for another year. I don't think there's another TV station in the country that is addressing this issue as much as KOBI is, and I'm incredibly proud of our team.
Well, I know how campaigns like this one are so important to you, being the only locally owned broadcast TV station in the entire state. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate you taking the time.
Thanks very much, Craig.
We'll be right back.